Afternoon all, Silverbolt here, back from the Transformers review, and again the lighting is shit, because it's an absolutely lousy day, and I probably had one too many coffees, so I'm a little bit hyper. Today anyway, we're doing this fella. Should be instantly recognisable for you older fans. This is Sideswipe, Gainer Generation 1, well, which one of my reviews isn't? Autobot. Sideswipe first shows up in the original cartoons. He comes to Earth on the Ark with Prime. And Sideswipe is the twin brother of Sunstreaker. And Sunstreaker and Sideswipe, in fighting abilities, and they are definitely some of the main fighters of the Autobots in those early days, are nearly equal. Okay? However, Sideswipe isn't quite as cold-blooded as his brother, and he's nowhere near as vain either. I don't have Sunstreak, and it's a pity really, because it would probably make a pretty good review to do the two of them together. Okay, this is the 1984 toy. Anyway, so I'm just transforming him now. Now, Sideswipe relishes a good fight. Relishes a good fight to the finish. And he only uses underhanded tactics when it's absolutely necessary. Sunstreaker tends to be more of a win at all costs kind of guy. And Sideswipe's arms, of course, act like very, very powerful pile drivers. Okay, now, random. Onto the toy itself. This is him in car mode. Very, very nice vehicle. And on the back of the license plate, it says Countach, whatever that's supposed to mean. But a very, very nice vehicle. Again, it's a 1984 release. It's, again, same as Hound. It's one of the original Generation 1 releases. And it's got the metal back. The backs of it are metal. Okay, I'll just transform him for you now. Again, back into robot mode. Pull the legs down. Feet snap out like this. Again, this toy is a good few years old, so it's not a surprise he's slightly stiff. But he's not that bad. Okay, I love the bonnet. I love the way the bonnet comes down. It just folds down and it does look quite nice, and the bonnet part does look quite a lot like the Sideswipe from the cartoons. Obviously, the G1 stuff, a lot of the G1 stuff, with the possible exception of maybe Prime and Soundwave, don't really look like their cartoon counterparts. There's Sideswipe. He has a snap-on missile launcher. Where he gets the missile launcher, where the idea for the missile launcher comes into it in the cartoon is beyond me. Because if you look at things like Warpath, Transformers down to the big fucking brothers, Pete. I know, Warpath annoyed the hell out of me. That freaky Cybertronian Tourette shit he gets up to. Anyway, Warpath's weapon was attached to his chest. Same with Blitzwing. You know, he had the cannon on his back to show that he was a tank. But with Sideswipe, he just has this random shoulder cannon. Either way, the toy is very, very nice. There's a shoulder cannon there. The toy is very, very nice in itself. Sideswipe's one of the generic characters in the cartoons. He doesn't really show up an awful lot. He's one of the background characters. He doesn't have much of a forerunning, apart from to complain about getting his finish dirty. Or is that Sunstreaker? I can't remember now. But yes, he doesn't really have much of a forerunning, but it's a pity because he is an underdeveloped character. He is very much an underdeveloped character, and they Hasbro in the cartoons could have done more with Sideswipe, I feel. Of course, it's not the end of Sideswipe. He actually has quite a spawn of various toys: Decoy Sideswipe, Action Master Sideswipe. I think there's a Power Master Sideswipe as well, but I'm not entirely sure. But no, that's Sideswipe. 1984 toy, very nice, no real complaints with it that I can say. If you can pick him up, pick him up. He's not the cheapest. I mean, I got mine complete, so that's including the 3 missiles, even though my missile launcher obviously doesn't work anymore, and I've super glued the missile into place because it kept falling out. If you can get him complete, I think I got mine for about 15 quid, about $30, 15 quid. I picked up my Sideswipe for, so that's quite good. So I got a fairly good deal on him. But he's still a nice toy, and he does make a nice addition to any collection. But that's Sideswipe. I was going to add something else then, but I can't actually remember. Okay, I'm going to do 2 in 1 today. Mainly because I've just looked at the Sideswipe video, and it's not even 5 minutes long, so I thought I might as well do the two, because I'm going to do them anyway. So I thought I'll add the other one. So this one is on Generation 1 Silver Streak. Blue Streak! Not Silver Streak. Silver Streak is his reincarnation into the Alternators range, which I will do. Okay, but this is Blue Streak. Blue Streak again is one of the background characters in the in the original series of the Transformers. He's one of the originals. He's one of the Generation 1s that comes to Earth with Prime in the Ark, along with Sideswipe, obviously. Now, Blue Streak often talks incessantly and inanely. It wouldn't be too cruel a word to say insanely. Okay, now he does lighten the situation for all the Autobots though, because he's very good natured. You know, he's quite a gentle soul. And despite having some pretty powerful weapon on his side, I mean, obviously his most blatant one, obviously, is those twin-mounted missile launchers he's got, and he's got some pretty impressive weaponry about him. He doesn't like to fight. Well, most of the Transformers don't like. Well, most of the Autobots anyway don't like to fight, and Blue Streak's not really an exception to that one. He's a haunted character. The Decepticons blew up his home city, and that really does come into play. Not so much in the cartoons, obviously, but in the comics. Sorry, I'm just trying to transform him as I'm talking to put him into his car mode. And Blue Streak is actually not fiddly, but certainly there's a lot more to it than normal. Okay, like Sideswipe, Blue Streak has these missile launchers, but they're more on the sides of his head than they are on his shoulder. They don't go into the toy. Oh, don't be such a little bitch, come on. Ah, give up, there we go. Kinda. That's roughly it. Like, that's roughly the car mode. And it is quite nice. Again, it's got the metal on the back, in the midsection, which is very reminiscent of the 80s cartoon toys. You don't see that kind of attention to detail in the metals again, except for maybe in some of the later die-cast ranges. And if and when I develop an urge to buy any of them, I will do a review for them. Quite a complicated little card of Transformers. If you can see there, underneath, that's his arms, and usually the arms just fold in. This time you've got to pull them out and twist them and bend them round, and it's very, very nice. I have to admit, I do like Blue Streak. I will get his name right as well. I do like the toy for this. I don't have any faults with it at all, because I think it is very, very nice. Again, it's one that I got complete. I mean, obviously, if you're going to get Blue Streak, there, I got his name right. If you're going to get Blue Streak, then you need to get him with the shoulder cannons, because it's not Blue Streak without the shoulder cannons. He looks more like just like a recoloured Prowl or something. No, not Prowl. Sorry, Smokescreen. Anyway, there he is, back in robot mode. And you see, again, the springs in the launchers were very weak, so I've glued them into place. It's not like I'm going to sit there and go, pew, pew. Not much, anyway. But yeah, I've glued them into place. Again, Blue Streak's becoming quite rare now. A lot of the older ones, especially a lot of the less famous Transformers, they're becoming quite rare to get your hands on. Especially with the upcoming movie, they're going to be even rarer, because more people are going to realise their worth and not sell them. So if you can get the older stuff, get it while you can, because the movie's going to skyrocket the prices anyway for the old G1 stuff, and they're going to be even, as I said, they're going to get even rarer. As I said in the Hound video, I think there's 26 in the original range. So if you can get your hands on them, do try and do so. Okay, that's Blue Streak. Generic character, doesn't really do a lot. Really doesn't really do a lot in the cartoons. In fact, he's not even there quite often. A lot of the time he's not there. He does fly after. I think in one of the episodes, I think it's Blue Streak, but it might be Smokescreen. No, it's Blue Streak. Decides to fly after Megatron to attack him, because he basically gets rather pissed off. And Skywarp teleports back and shoots him out of the air. And that's really the most you do see of Blue Streak. But anyway, that is Blue Streak. That is a toy. A very nice toy. Get it. Looks great on a shelf. And it looks quite funky. But for now, this is Silverbolt. Probably drank far too much bloody coffee, because I'm quite hyper and my brain's gone everywhere. But anyway, this is Silverbolt. I'm signing off for now. I do have more videos coming up, so watch this space for the next couple of days, and I'll be doing some more. But anyway, Silverbot signing off for now, saying adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.